Monchi looking to bring Manchester United star Donny van de Beek to Sevilla in January. Things have not gone well for Sevilla during the early part of the season, and it looks like it's about to cost Julian Lopetegui his job. The Sevilla club are 17th in the league, having won just one of their opening 7 games, which is not good enough for a club expected to compete for the top 4 every season. According to Todo Vigaches, the Spanish club are looking to sack Lopetegui soon, but know that they have to strengthen the squad also and will do so in January. One target is Manchester United's Donny van de Beek, who Sevilla's director of football Monchi wants to reinforce the squad. The La Liga club are closely following the midfielder situation and are willing to offer the Dutch star a loan move with a purchase option, states the report. According to Fabrizio Romano, in his exclusive Couth Offside column, Van de Beek's situation is open at the moment, with things possibly still able to change depending on how much the Netherlands international ends up playing under Erik ten Hag in the coming months. With Casemiro still yet to be integrated into the team, Van de Beek's situation doesn't look promising and a move seems likely in January at present. Man United would only consider a transfer if an offer of around 30 million euros arrived for the 25-year-old, states Toto Vigaches, which could prompt Sevilla into just taking the midfielder on loan for a season. Jose Enrique disagrees with Gary Neville and feels David de Gea has much to offer Manchester United. Former Liverpool ace Jose Enrique believes goalkeeper David de Gea can still give a lot to Manchester United. The ex-fullback, who represented Spain at the under-21 level, believes his compatriot has a lot of quality. Former Red Devil Gary Neville had recently claimed that De Gea's career under Erik ten Hag would be short-lived. This is because the ex-United captain does not think the 31-year-old has the necessary ability on the ball. However, speaking to Lord Ping, Enrique disagreed with Neville's assessment of De Gea. The fullback, who retired from the game in 2017, raves about the shot stopper's quality in goal. People forget how good De Gea has been in the last few seasons. If the team is clicking, he can be a great player. He is a very good shot stopper and can still win United a lot of points. Gary Neville watches Man United a lot more than I do, but I think he is a very good goalkeeper and they should be cautious about letting him go, he said. De Gea signed for United in the summer of 2011 from Atletico Madrid, and the Spaniard took a few seasons to settle into the team. However, at one point, the 31-year-old became one of the best goalkeepers in football. However, there was a period after the 2018 World Cup in Russia that saw De Gea falter, and the 31-year-old's future at the club was questioned by fans. However, the 31-year-old was pivotal in goal for us last season as our defense struggled. This season, De Gea has started every game under the new gaffer. He has made some brilliant saves against Leicester City, Liverpool and Arsenal in the Premier League this season. But Ten Hag has built a pedigree in management by having his Ajax side play from out the back. However, De Gea leaves a lot to be desired with his quality on the ball. Thus, it remains to be seen where the Spaniard's future lies in the coming months. Christian Eriksen delighted about playing in front of the Old Trafford crowd at Manchester United. Manchester United midfielder Christian Eriksen is delighted about playing in front of the Old Trafford crowd. The Denmark international has been mesmerized by the atmosphere around the Theatre of Dreams. Eriksen was one of Erik ten Hag's first signings at United. The 30-year-old arrived at the Manchester-based club as a free agent. The Denmark international had enjoyed a short spell at Brentford before making his way to the Old Trafford side. The former Tottenham Hotspur star's career at United has started on the front foot. Eriksen has surprised fans with the impact he has had in the team. The 30-year-old has been an essential part of the Dutch manager's side. Speaking on the club's YouTube channel, Eriksen details his experience of playing for United. The Denmark international is aware of the high expectations at the Old Trafford side. The crowd has been amazing, it comes with the wins, the atmosphere has been brilliant. Of course, they have been disappointed when it's going badly, but they have been very pleased when it's going well. They expect a lot of things from us, players, Eriksen said. Arsenal keeping tabs on soon-to-be out-of-contract Manchester United superstar Marcus Rashford. Manchester United superstar Marcus Rashford is attracting interest from Premier League rivals Arsenal, according to Football Insider. The Gunners are keeping tabs on the 24-year-old's current situation with the Red Devils. Rashford is out of contract next year. However, the Old Trafford side do have the option to extend his existing deal by a further year. Regardless of whether United tie Rashford down till 2024, Arsenal could make a move for the England international next summer. The 24-year-old has rejuvenated himself after a disappointing 21-22 season. Rashford looked like a shadow of his former self at United in the previous campaign. The 24-year-old was unable to get into the side regularly. However, when the forward did feature for the Red Devils, he failed to make an impact. The United Academy graduate went from strength to strength in his initial seasons at the club. However, after the Euro 2020 final loss to Italy, the England international seemed to lose his confidence. In 32 appearances for the Manchester-based club in the 21-22 campaign, in all competitions, Rashford scored just 5 goals and provided 2 assists. Under Erik ten Hag, the start of the new season has been relatively better for the 24-year-old. The England international has found a place in Dutch manager's starting lineup. Rashford has come up trumps for United. The forward has thrived in the number 9 position. The 24-year-old has scored important goals against the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool in the current campaign. The Gunners are also building an exciting team with the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli up front. Mikel Arteta's team currently sit at the top of the Premier League. However, it remains to be seen whether Rashford opts to switch from Old Trafford to the Emirates Stadium in the near future. Rio Ferdinand sends a message to Manchester United midfielder Casemiro. Speaking in an interview on the 5 podcast as quoted by Manchester Evening News, Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand sends a message to talented Brazilian midfielder Casemiro that he has regressed in terms of fitness due to lack of regular game time. Casemiro made the big money switch from Real Madrid to Manchester United in the summer, but is yet to get going at Old Trafford. The Brazilian midfielder is yet to break into the starting 11 since the move and is behind Scott McTominay in the pecking order. The 30-year-old midfielder needs no introduction. Casemiro is a serial winner and has won many trophies with the Spanish giants. The defensive midfielder has been part of one of the deadliest midfield trios in world football. Casemiro formed a midfield partnership with Luka Modric and Toni Kroos in the Spain capital. The trio dominated the Real Madrid midfield for so long in what was a golden period for the club, especially on the European stage. In terms of sheer quality, the Brazilian is way ahead of the other options we have in that area and deserves to start. The 30-year-old should be at the base of the Red Devils midfield, ensuring the play behind the likes of Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes. There is no doubt that all players take a certain time to adapt to a new club, and it looks like Erik ten Hag is giving Casemiro the time of adaptation that he needs. At the same time, there is also an argument that the Brazilian will get better only with more game time. Speaking about Man United's summer signing, Rio Ferdinand feels that the Brazilian has regressed in terms of fitness. He hasn't been given a fair crack of the whip. He's come in and played in one Europa League game against some dead team. He hasn't been given a start in the side when he is there fit and ready. He's regressed in terms of fitness, said Ferdinand. It's only for so long that a player with so much quality can be kept warming the benches. There is no doubt that Erik ten Hag will have a plan to integrate the player into his first team starting lineup, and it's only a matter of time. Sunderland boss Tony Mowbray speaks on Amad Diallo's potential. Sunderland manager Tony Mowbray has spoken on Amad Diallo's potential and key areas for improvement, having completed his first couple of months on loan at the Stadium of Light. As reported in teamtalk.com, Mowbray states that the youngster has bags of ability but needs to improve his decision making in the final third to have any chance of reaching his lofty potential. Diallo is yet to start a league game for Sunderland, but Mowbray has been impressed with what he has seen on the training field. He is supremely talented. To see his touch and see how fast and direct he is, it's a lovely thing to watch on the training pitch, he said. Mowbray then went on to say he can see why United shelled out in excess of £35 million for the Ivorian, but highlighted the need for improvement in the final third should he want to break into Erik ten Hag's side. You can see why he is at Man United, but you can also understand why he is out on loan. To develop the core materials you need to be a competitive footballer. He needs to find a better end product. It's not enough just to be a lovely footballer who can dribble and go past people but never have an end product. That's the message, Mowbray said. The experienced manager finished by saying there should be no ceiling to Ahmad's potential and feels he can go into play at the highest level once the penny drops. Ahmad has made 9 appearances for United since his move from Atalanta, scoring a solitary goal in the Europa League against AC Milan with an impressive improvised header highlighting his potential. The winger spent last season on loan at Rangers, where he has managed 3 goals from 13 games in a season, which ended with a Europa League final for the Scottish club. Still, only 20 years old, there is plenty of time for Ahmad to make his mark at Old Trafford, and Erik ten Hag will certainly be keeping a keen eye on his progress under Mowbray's tutelage at Sunderland. Paul Parker urges West Ham midfielder Declan Rice to move to Manchester United. Former Manchester United defender Paul Parker has urged West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice to join the Red Devils. The 58-year-old feels the Old Trafford side are a good destination for the 23-year-old. Rice was a top target for United in the recent transfer window. The Hammers have placed a big price tag on their captain. With the arrival of Erik ten Hag and the Old Trafford sides dug out, the Red Devil shifted focus to Frankie de Jong. However, in the end, United bought Casemiro from Real Madrid. The Brazilian has been one of the best defensive midfielders over the years. The 30-year-old has multiple Champions League trophies to his name, but Rice is a player who has made a name for himself in the Premier League with the Irons. The 23-year-old started his youth career in the Chelsea Academy before moving to West Ham. Rice is now one of the hottest prospects in English football, and fans would not mind having the quality of the England international in the squad in the coming future. The 23-year-old will have 2 years left on his current deal after the end of the current campaign. Speaking for my betting sites, Parker, who spent 5 seasons at United, believes Rice would thrive under Ten Hag at the Manchester-based club. I would say now for Declan Rice that Manchester United could be an even better move for him with the way Erik ten Hag and his side are doing at the moment, Parker said. Fans who have seen Rice play regularly know that the 23-year-old is not just good defensively, he also has decent ability on the ball. Currently, United have other options in the engine room to choose from. However, the West Ham captain is a player capable of making a difference. Whether we will sign him in the future remains to be seen. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.